What's up, everybody? It's me, KiNGAlpha. Hope everybody's doing great. So, I know I've been, doing Conqueror's Blade videos like that and everything, but obviously with the preview event in 3 days, figured why not talk a little bit about maybe what we might see and everything. And like I said, I am on Conqueror's Blade Booming Game channel again, or Discord channel or whatever, because they typically send out news and everything. And honestly, the Conqueror's Blade official announcements haven't been they haven't been sharing what Booming Games has been sharing. So I figured why not share what Booming Games has. And obviously, before I go into the Fire Lancers, because it's gonna seem crazy, but yeah, next season's gonna be crazy, with a lot of cav. Which I want to say this before I get into anything. I kind of disagree with what they went for this season. I think they gave out a survey of everybody wanting Vikings in India, Egypt, Romans, etc. I know a lot of people told me they picked Vikings, they picked Romans, or Samurai. I know a lot of people have been wanting Samurai. So with these units coming out and everything like that, and it's more of, apparently it's supposed to be like they're like black mercenaries and stuff from the north and all that. I don't think anybody asked for it, but I'm still excited for the season just to see what the new units are going to really be like and everything. If you haven't been following Booming Games, they also released something about the these guys, the Black Knights and everything. This is the new Halberdier Unit. So I figured let me talk about these guys first a little bit. I didn't fully read this whole through. So the Alp Halberdiers live and train high up in the mountains, a life that has adapted them to cold weather. When it snows, enemies will hide their charges, hampered by snow, giving the Alp Halberdiers more time to prepare. Yet as enemies move slower, they also take reduced brace damage. So that immediately means that these blue tier units are probably going to be pretty decent, especially if they're going to be able to take brace. This increases the probability of melee combat. To ensure that their ability to brace and remained powerful, the Alp Halberdiers developed a strategy of their own. As they have more time to prepare before the attack, they may adjust their positions so as to increase the power of their brace. So I'm assuming that you're able to constantly just move these guys, and it's like stalwarts. You could move, brace, move, brace, move, brace. I think these guys are just going to be the same thing. The new position enables them to quickly alter between a brace stance to that of a charge. Having practiced for many winters, blah blah blah, they're strong and all that stuff. So not going into too much of it because they don't really say what they do. I'm assuming they will have a very good brace, which is probably going to make the Halberdier sergeants, they might be not even used anymore, because of the fact that you'll have a lower tier blue unit, which looks really sick as well. It does look like maybe their poles aren't that long, but you never know. However, this unit for a fact is probably going to be a very highly used unit, I assume. The preview event's in 3 days, so I'll be able to tell what's going on, how's it looking, etc. Be showcasing everything. What can they do, what can they go against, etc. Next thing as well is the Yeoman, the Tundra Yeoman. It seems like, and I read this, it seems like they're going to be getting some type of their blood tipped spears. So I don't know whether they might have like some type of poison or something, but they're always constantly high stability and mobility, making their charges swift and strong. So I'm curious whether these yeomen will actually be able to go through stalwarts. If the yeoman can go through stalwarts, it's almost irrelevant to almost use gold cav, because unlike Keshigs, probably people will use Keshigs, but the main reason people use Hussars right now is because of the fact that there's a bunch of stalwarts. So if you don't have to deal with stalwarts because yeomen can actually go through those stalwarts, then we might have a season of yeomen and Keshigs and whatever other unit someone else can fit in with whatever leadership they have. Maybe even the blue unit up here, depending on the actual leadership and stuff. So It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, I haven't been looking at this, but the big news, guys, is there's two things as well. Big news is this: the Black Knights, the Fire Lancers, right? Defending Maoyang and the Dragon Pavilion took up their flame lances and set their eyes upon the northern wastes. Their traditional fire lances are used before clashing with enemy forces, breaking their ranks completely, launching volley after volley against the lightly armored riders on the grasslands in a lethal tactic. Yet these fire lancers, when fired from afar, hardly leave a dent upon the heavy armored of Western Knights, right? This is where it gets crazy. I hope you guys can see this as well. Yeah, let me make sure you guys can actually see. Okay, you guys can see. I just want to make sure. And so, faced with the threat of the Black Knights, they reworked their firearms, creating a new type: flame lances. These can be loaded with gunpowder and bullets, granting them great power in close-range combat, piercing even heavy armor. With their new weapon, these fierce warriors charge into the enemy ranks and wreak havoc. In close range, they will wield their weapons like heavy iron clubs, or let a loose volley when the chance arises, churning even the heaviest armor enemies into shreds. This makes me think of flamethrowers on horseback. Yeah. It's going to get crazy. And I think a lot of people, and I hope I'm not alone on this, a lot of people have been saying like they're getting tired of cav. They want, an infantry season back. And I agree. I don't want more cav, and this is more cav. With one infantry unit, but where's the T5 muskets? Where's the T5 longbows? Where's the units people have been like craving for? T5 pikes, T5 javelins. I understand you want like more T5 cav, but you're just reworking old cav to make the old cav almost no point of using them. What if these flame lances are really freaking good? Like they're the Rattan Rangers of season 2 and season 3 until they got nerfed, and then you bring in flame lances and they're like Rattan Rangers but on crack. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't see how this is gonna help the game and the playstyle of sieges right now. The playstyle of sieges is just, you gotta make sure you bring stalwarts paladins, and or if you're not bringing stalwarts paladins, you need to make sure you bring golden cav. How is this going to change the meta of season 6? You get what I mean? I don't see any of these units changing the meta of season 6, whereas it's literally just the same thing, unless they do some type of massive nerf to stalwarts and paladins, and then they do something with cav where they're susceptible to more damage or something like that. But like today, I literally was streaming and I just left the game afterwards. I just closed down the game and I started playing another game because it was hilarious. I got charged at by monastics. I dodged the monastics because people say, just dodge the cavalry. Why are you complaining about cavalry? Just dodge it. So I dodged the monastics. Next came hussars, literally all in a row. It was monastics, and then it went hussars, and I was like, oh, and then my entire unit died from hussars. So then I was trying to run back to the supply point, and then there was Keshiks. So I was like, okay, and this was on Frontier Camp. Frontier Camp, a small map. Frontier Camp got ran over by 3 cav, and then for the rest of the match, for 3 minutes, it was just literally cav running outside of the base. So how is this going to change the meta or anything? I don't think this is what anybody wants. I'm not going to lie, it low-key feels a little bit lazy. Someone really mentioned this in a comment today, and they said that, all these units and everything, we did a survey, and I don't think anybody wanted this, and I don't think anybody said, like, yeah, we need more cav. I think they're like low-key feel like just being lazy at this point and not bringing in units we want, units we asked for, eras that we want and asked for. So I'm really gonna see what happens with season 6, but it might be one of those turns where like halfway through the season you might not see me on Conqueror's Blade that much, just because of the fact of just a gameplay. If the gameplay doesn't change, and it's just the same thing over and over again, I don't know. And I'm really hoping they even bring in a new class this season, because if they don't, then this is just stupid. The pike and the bow and blade classes that we've been seeing leaked, it's just gonna feel wasted. All the time wasted. We're just gonna have to wait season after season so we actually get stuff that we want, which isn't cool. Like I feel like devs and everybody in the teams should always listen to the community, what the community wants, you know. Not all the nerfs and stuff, but some of the community is very bad with that, where they're like, oh, nerf this class, nerf this class. Shut up. But I also wanted to show this, guys, as well. This was like a little image, so you're showing obviously the promotions and then the new unit, the new Halberdier unit, which it seems like it's a new Halberdier unit, so you might be able to actually bring this unit in with other units like the the blue halberdiers, the regular blue halberdiers, and maybe even the halberdier sergeants. I could do like a whole halberdier composition. That actually might be really fun and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm waiting for the preview event on the 17th. Hoping it's really well. I'm hoping there's a lot to actually have fun with, but we shall see. Anyways, guys, have a great day. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But yeah, I'm excited about this season, but then not so much. So I'll be seeing you guys. I hope they're bringing in another unit as well. I hope it's not just 3 units, because at least, or 3 units and a new class. But if it's not, then season 6 is looking mighty meh. I'll see you guys. Deuces.